Precious, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, for joining us today. How do you feel?
Exhausted, but amazing.
Amazing.
It was a lot of work, but I enjoyed every bit.
I think you're used to hard work, though. I think that it's nothing new to you. If judging just by, the type of work that you do, I remember in the glam room when we were talking about, the most glamorous work, the most glamorous, productions usually involve the most unglamorous work. Wouldn't you agree?
Definitely. 100%. It's not glamorous until, people always see the end product.
Yeah.
And it's aspirational. You wish it was, you feel like you were in the moment, but before that amazing picture that ends up everywhere, it's hard work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess for you, they see it as aspirational. So for them, it's seeing the final image of whatever it is, an event, a wedding, and they get the joy out of that. But for you, it's really the joy of the journey. Or would you disagree about that?
No,
yeah.
It is the journey. And I think that's what makes the finale or the end so fulfilling, because you've kind of seen almost like a baby being born. So the journey is what actually creates the story, builds the memories. It's not just about on the day, the build-up. It's everything from beginning until that moment, yeah.
I like what you're saying about memories, because when I was thinking about you, I just thought that Precious is actually not in the business of events. And throughout the shoot, your smile just literally reverberated throughout everything. So I thought to myself, well, maybe she's in the business of joy and happiness. And then it dawned on me that you're actually in the business of creating memories. And I think it's easy to kind of look at an industry and think that it is what it is at face value. It's wedding celebrations, it's events, it's flower arrangements. But the value behind that, I think, is so much more value. The value behind that is so much more concrete than what we obviously think it is. And I think for you, really, and all the various business aspects that you have, I would really say that you're in the business of creating memories. And that in itself creates a legacy. What do you think? You never thought about it that way?
I think sometimes I do, but it's just always you carry on because it's what you know, it's what you're good at. And that first moment, you know when you're in it, that you're in the business of actually creating unforgettable memories for people. But it passes, and then you're on to the next one. So I'm guilty of not taking it in and actually realizing the impact. And I think only when you're growing within your business, at first it's fun and it feels amazing. It's the the rush that gets you to the next one. Then what it makes you work even harder for the next one. But I think at the stage, after so many years, I'm getting to that point of actually, as the business grows, I have to think what we're really, really good at, so that
that's interesting.
Yeah, because you get so comfortable in just carrying on.
To do everything,
I can do it in my sleep, but then you get clients that challenge you because they're not your typical client. It's not every day. They're not the same all the time. So I do get those clients that actually make me think and sit back and say, is this really it? What more can I actually do?
And I want to know the earliest memories you had of knowing that this was the type of business you wanted to go into. Where did it all begin?
I'm not gonna lie. It didn't begin anywhere. I'm a village girl through and through, and I think growing up, even the first couple of years of my life, we watch TV probably once a week, or no electricity, you know, stuff like that. I'm not gonna dwell into it because I think it made me who I am. But and I was never exposed to the glamorous life of events or lifestyle or luxury. It's the least of how I grew up.
Yeah.
I think it was more of influence and my dream and hope for myself. With watching, you know, my peers that I went to school with in the village, how they ended up, and my parents always wanting just better for us. So they sacrificed a lot for us to get education. So like most Black parents in South Africa, I think. But it exposed me to a lot of things, people from different countries, people from different provinces that spoke different languages. And I think even it sparked from just being inquisitive about where do you come from? Why do you speak different? And I think when I decided finally that I'm not going to sit at home because, you know, I couldn't finish my varsity, I came to Joburg and my sister was working here, my big sister. And I said to her, I'm not going to be a burden. So I just really need a couple of weeks or a month. I want to look for a job. But I don't want to come to Joburg and have nowhere to go. And I mean, she put me in and I literally went in. I didn't rely on her to bring a newspaper for me to look for a job. And my first job exposed me to this life that I was just amazed and wowed all the time. And
was this at Sun International?
Yes. Yeah. So this was at Sun International. My first job in corporate. I mean, before that, at home, my dad tried a few businesses. I mean, I think I get the entrepreneurial spirit from him. He started a couple of businesses, mining marble. Then he even tried tombstones, all sorts of things. And when I couldn't finish school, I was helping him out a few times with admin, because obviously, you know, not so computer literate. So when I was sitting there, you know, I just started dreaming a little bit. And I think when I got to Joburg and I got that first job, I realized there's just so much more. And I think I was just inspired, but also just the exposure to what life could be. And I think that's what sparked this luxury lifestyle that I'm into.